Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the SAFA Women Entrepreneurship Program Virtual Certificate Distribution Ceremony 2025. Today, we celebrate the remarkable journey of empowerment, learning, and leadership. We have an exciting agenda ahead featuring inspirational speeches from our esteemed guests, reflections from participants, and the distribution of certificates to our distinguished trainers and accomplished participants. So let's begin this memorable evening together. With further delay, let us officially commence this remarkable event. It is my pleasure to invite Ms. Chamila Kure, Chairperson, SAFA Women Leadership Committee, to deliver the welcome address. Ms. Kure, over to you.
Thank you, Hasara. Good evening and very warm welcome to each one of you. And it's distinct honor and privilege to welcome all of you for the certificate distribution of the SAFA Women Entrepreneurship Program. To our esteemed dignitaries, President Mr. Tola, Vice President Mr. Kabir, I think Heshina will also join us, the advisor to SAFA, and CS Sri Lanka President Ms. Dishan Subasinghe, our keynote speaker today, Anojali Silva, and my Vice Chair, Vandana, expert trainers, the incredible participants of this program, and my dedicated SAFA Women's Leadership Committee members, and all distinguished guests. Thank you so much for joining us on this evening. Your presence is a testament to the collective commitment we share towards a transformative cause. Today, we celebrate the successful culmination of remarkable journey that was began on 7th of October and concluded on 16th December. 27 hours of training throughout this period. We had 249 registration, and today 85 of them are completing their program and getting awarded. The SAFA Women Entrepreneurship Program was meticulously designed to act as a catalyst for women professionals across our member bodies in South Asia. This initiative was specially crafted for women accountants on three things. One, for career break seeking confident return. Second, the practitioners aiming to scale up in practice. And thirdly, for employed professionals aspiring to launch on their own ventures. This program laid solid foundation for professionals seeking a transition from a technical experts to a business leaders. It covered key areas like business selection, legal compliance, market positioning, client engagement, technology integration, all specifically tailored to the accounting and finance sector. The ultimate goal of this important initiative was to empower women leaders and entrepreneurs of the SAFA region, because we believe that when women are equipped to lead, they become pillars of innovation and economic growth for communities. Another area that we wanted to address was the need to bridge the gap in the leadership opportunities. We recognize that path from technical role to an entrepreneur role and executive leadership is often unclear and faced with confusion and challenges. Therefore, we took a step to create a dedicated platform for skill development, networking, mentorship. And this program was not merely a lecturing program. Instead, it was about building sisterhood of support where peers and mentors could lift each other when they work together. So I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed trainers. You're not just trainers, you've been very close colleagues in helping us on this transformative agenda today. Your expertise, generosity in sharing real-world examples, and unwavering dedication have helped us to complete this program successfully. Thank you so much. And also, I think today's date is a celebration of the participants. You committed a lot on this program. So to all women here with entrepreneurial dreams, I salute you. The journey on an entrepreneur needs courage and resilience. And you've taken almost all the critical step, which is investing in yourself and enrolling to this program and completing it. So I do believe you will carry the knowledge, the connections, confidence you have gained from this program through your journey on becoming an entrepreneur. This is your moment of recognition. You have juggled commitment, absorbed complex concept, and actively engaged to reach this milestone. It's not just another course. You have to do your assessment, get through those assessments. It's not an easy task. So with all what you have committed for, we are immensely proud of what you have achieved today. And I wanted to say a big thank you. This vision couldn't have been realized without the unwavering support from the SAFA board. Our president, then President Heshana and Tishan now, thank you so much for giving me that support in getting this done. And all my committee members for their unwavering support to get this program going. We had a lot of challenges in finding resources and getting this program going on the time plan that we had, but finally we managed to get in there. So thank you very much for all your support for us to get this program continued. So as we move on to the certificate distribution, let's celebrate not just the ending of this program, but it's a magnificent beginning for each one of you. We are not just celebrating the completion of the course. It's a powerful multiply effect, because when we empower a women, we empower a family, a community, ultimately economic engine of a country. So thank you once again joining us, and my heartfelt congratulations to all the certificate awards winners today. Thank you, Hasara, over to you.
Thank you, Ms. Tamila, for that inspiring welcome and for setting the tone for this special occasion. Now it's time to hear from some of the most influential voices who have championed leadership and entrepreneurship across the region. Each of them bring a wealth of experience in SAFA's vision for inclusivity and excellence. His commitment to fostering opportunities for women entrepreneurs is truly commendable. Mr. Tola, please share your thoughts with us.
In the name of Almighty, the most beneficent, the most merciful, Mr. Humayun Kabir, the Vice President and future President of SAFA, Mr. Tishan Subasinghe, the President of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka, Ms. Anoji De Silva, the first Vice President elected of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka, Ms. Camilla Gore, Chairperson of SAFA Women Leadership, distinguished participant of this event, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I think I'm honored to be here with you, although virtually, but I think this is an event, one of the last events I have during my tenure, a successful tenure, despite so many geopolitical situations emerging within the region. And we hope that this situation will be reversed very soon, and Mr. Humayun Kabir will see a very trouble-free tenure in his era for the next year. As this year is completing and we have got so many success stories to tell, one of the success stories is my women committee. Just jokes aside, $1 million committee from my perspective. They were having $1 million for the empowerment of women in the region, but I would say that it was so near yet so far. And after the taking over of Mr. Trump's administration, it was shelved by the US administration, and USAID was unable to extend this amount to us. Nonetheless, the efforts put in by the Women Committee, especially the past chairperson, Ms. Hina Usmani and the current chairperson, Ms. Camilla Pune, they are second to none. During my era as a president, I think quite a few committees were very vibrant, and Women Committee was one of them. This Women Entrepreneur Program was initially inaugurated by ICAP in 2022 when I was the president. And I must say that Hina Usmani did her best to promote this program. Originally, it was a short program, and then obviously we add features to it, and now it is going to be a full-fledged program for the entire region. So the seed was sown, and obviously we are reaping the good fruit now for the benefit of the entire region. I think it is really very encouraging that 85 participants have participated and they've completed this program. And I believe that this is going to be a landmark in their career, with most of the women in this region, be in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, despite having their total commitment to the profession, they have to break for their family reasons. And I know after COVID, this is very important to have them for work from the home. And now they have got so many opportunities like BPO and everything. So they can work from home and they can make a decent earning. In my humble view, this program will boost their career, and beside career, it will boost their earning as well. So they can be an active participant in the economy of their own families as well. Camilla, you have done a wonderful job. I think it's a success story we must narrate, and please write an article. I will endorse it. I will be a co-author to it, and then we will submit this to the IFAC for the publication. So please start writing it. I'll be the one who will co-author you, and then we will submit along with my recommendation to your bouquet when we will be in Sri Lanka, inshallah, in January, to just see my dear friend Tishan to take over as the president. Last time I was there when Reshna Krupo took over, and now I have made a promise to him. And just now I was talking to my travel agent that's just from Bangladesh, route me to Sri Lanka with your bouquet, and we'll come together to see you installed and to work for the fraternity, especially the Sri Lankan Chartered Accountants. I think this encouraging event will definitely today boost the career of so many young chartered accountants, and I know this journey will continue. Camilla, you have one more year to spend. During my tenure, you have done an excellent job, and I know you will keep this pace without regarding that this is going to be the last year. And I know this is obviously, I have seen so many tenures for 1 year and 2 years. In second year, people go slow in their performance because there's nothing to show beyond that. I request you to kindly keep up the pace, and I know the future leadership. I know Mr. Kabir since last so many years, and he's really a wonderful gentleman, thorough professional, and a great leader. During this tenure as president, he was an ardent supporter all throughout. Whenever I seek any advice, I was having two main pillars with me. One Mr. Humayun Kabir and another one Mr. Hisnakul. And no doubt, despite this difficult time, this institution survived because we want to get it free from the politics. And I know in future, good time will come. I wanted this organization, this NPO, this collective PAOs to flourish and play a leading role in the regional development of SAFA. Second to none was our Anoji. Congratulations, Anoji, for being elected as Vice President of Sri Lankan Institute. And I think you will be the president after 2 years. Hopefully, your tenure will also be very good. I know your energies, I know your vigor, I know your hard work, I know your aspiration, and I know your inspiration. So combining them, we have nothing but a successful leader. And I hope you will leave no stone unturned to follow the footprint of Rishna Krupu and then now our brilliant muscle builder, Mr. Tishan, and now next will be you will be the one. And I hope that maybe after 4 years or 6 years, Camilla may also be inspired to be the next president of CA Sri Lanka. With these words, I have got ceremonies at my home because of my son's wedding. I was thoroughly engaged. Yet I said, this is the event which I should attend to encourage the women folk, which I believe they have to play a leading role in the profession, especially in this region. With these words, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tola. It's very motivating, and definitely I'll do my best this year. Don't have any doubts. I will make sure that second year is delivered as much as we did for the year one.
Great.
Thank you, Mr. Tola, for your inspiring words and for your
I must
continued.
invite you and all the best for the rest of the event. Thank you.
Thank you. And we now have the privilege of hearing from Mr. Humayun Kabir, Vice President, South Asian Federation of Accountants. Mr. Kabir's vision for regional collaboration and empowerment has been cornerstones of SAFA's success. Mr. Kabir, please share your thoughts with us.
Thank you. It is indeed I'm very privileged and very pleased to be with you because so many known faces with whom I worked for a long-term period, particularly Mrs. Unuji, and also I know Mr. Tishan, and obviously many of you, those are today you are participating here. First of all, from the SAFA board and SAFA, I must congratulate Ms. Chamila and her committee member for organizing this, I will say that this training and this today, after a long journey, organizing this event for celebrating the success of those who participated in the training program. It is, I will say that for a professional accountant, each and us, whoever is in practice, indeed they are already an entrepreneur. But beyond that capacity, when you're thinking journey to business, it is when in this program, we are thinking as a compartmentalization or as a gender, something separate. But in the real world, it will be assessed. The real competition will be open. Therefore, I am sure this training, and today from our main speaker, when we listen to this real world perspective will be very important aspect. And those who have completed training, the benefit they have taken from this courses, and I'm sure they will be much more now equipped to face this the real situation. I don't want to talk much because we have heard from Chamila, her wonderful inauguration welcoming speech, and I look forward to listen to Ms. Onujidi. And I will say that those who have my thanks from the SAFA to those has conducted this training program, the trainer, and indeed my thanks to the participant as well, those who has participated in this series of training and taken their patience and their endurance until now to complete this training session. I look forward that from them, they will be not only successful entrepreneur, but one day they will come as to inspire others. We can invite them in the future in the SAFA program as a successful entrepreneur as well. So my thanks to everybody for inviting me, Chamila and everybody. And I look forward that everybody join in Dhaka in 16-17 January of the SAFA board and committee meeting. And indeed, I will be very pleased personally, and we're looking forward to welcome you, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kabir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Kabir, for your encouraging words and for highlighting the importance of unity in driving change. Now we are honored to welcome Mr. Tishan Subasinghe, President, the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Sri Lanka. Mr. Subasinghe has been instrumental in excellence within the accounting fraternity. His leadership reflects a commitment to inclusivity and progress. Mr. Subasinghe, over to you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Ashfaq Yusuf Tola, President SAFA. Mr. Humayun Kabir, Vice President SAFA. Mr. Heshana Kuruppu, Advisor to SAFA. Ms. Anojiti Silva, Vice President CA Sri Lanka. Ms. Chamila Kure, Chairperson SAFA Women Leadership Committee. SAFA Women Leadership Committee Vice Chairperson CA Vandana Khetan. SAFA Women Leadership Committee membership and participants in the program. Thank you very much for all the kind sentiments that you have extended regarding my appointment as the President of CA Sri Lanka. I do really appreciate all your kind thoughts. So today I have decided to tell you a story of a woman entrepreneur. In fact, that special person is my mother. So that's the only thing I'm going to tell. My father passed away when I was at the age of 19, soon after my school. Then my sister was merely 11 years old, and three of us, my mother, me and my sister, my father left, and we were kind of isolated, and my father was an entrepreneur. Then my mother was at the age of 39, and she was merely a housewife. So what had happened, even though she was doing very well at school, my maternal grandfather wanted her to get married at the age of 19. So she had got married, and she was about to enter to the medical faculty. Despite that, she had to get married. So there, what happened at the age of 39, she became a widow. And I could remember the very first day I went to bank with her after my father's death, maybe 2-3 days after my father's funeral, because we had to withdraw money to pay salaries. There was a employee card of 267 at that time, and she in fact didn't know how to draw a check that time, because she was merely a housewife. But then, over a period of time, she learned and she became an excellent entrepreneur. And she did better than my father. And I really mean it. And she was doing running the business, and she was developing, and she faced many challenges, and she did a good job of work. So what I'm trying to tell here, basically, sometimes I wonder why we are not seeing that many women entrepreneurs emerging from the profession. I think, I feel sometimes whether it's due to the fact that we know too many things in terms of risk management and all these things, and then in that context, whether we are afraid of assuming risks. I don't know, perhaps it's better to conduct a separate survey on that, because if my mother had done a business, being a housewife, and then she started new things also. And why not a professional accountant? So in that context, my analysis is, after our professional qualifications, sometimes we go into a comfort zone with a monthly salary. Then I have seen, especially the younger generation, soon after getting qualified, they get into various kinds of debt to purchase a vehicle, to put up a house, in fact, to have a lavish wedding. And with that debt commitment, perhaps, it would be difficult for them to take a risk and start his or her own venture. So these may be the things, because I have seen those who became entrepreneurs, they were avoiding debt for consumption, and they have invested money for ventures. We have good examples. Their robust lifestyle had made them to take a risk and invest. There's nothing to lose. So these are some of the things the participants need to really give a thought on. And it's none other than entrepreneurs who drive developments of nation. And in that context, I know especially Asian women, especially South Asian women, whenever they are faced with a challenge, especially when the family is faced with a challenge, they go to any extent to protect the family and to build up the family. And I have seen it. I have seen it at least in Sri Lanka. I know that we have common traits across the region, but then it's better not to wait for the moment, but to take a risk. And after careful evaluation of the business model, to go ahead and put whatever you have learned into practice. That's what I just want to communicate at this August occasion. And I must thank the chairperson and vice chairperson, Chamila and Vandana, for the excellent job done. A lot of things happened through this committee, and I'm also looking forward to get engaged with future activities. Thank you very much, and have a nice event today.
Thank you, Tushan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Subhasinghe, for your inspiring message and for your unwavering support for initiatives that uplift women entrepreneurs. Now it is time that we pause and recognize the dedication, passion, and expertise of our trainers. They have played a pivotal role in shaping this program and guiding participants through every step of the journey. Their commitment has not only enriched the learning of participants, but also inspired them to strive for excellence. As a token of appreciation, we will now proceed with the certificate distribution for trainers. I kindly request each trainer to switch on the video when I announce your name so that we may all celebrate your contribution together. Let's begin. Ms. Huma Pasha, ICA Pakistan, on the topic of choosing the right service, which was held on 7th October 2025. CMA Pragna Chandrakor, ICMA India, on the topic of specific market and client outreach, which was held on 7th October 2025. CMA Ritu Das Chaudhary, ICMA India, on the topic of legal aspects of business, which was held on 14th October 2025. Ms. Dunya Nizar, CA Maldives, on the topic of client communication and human resource management, which was held on 14th October 2025. Ms. Sadia Mustaq, ICA Pakistan, on the topic of significance of technology in business, which was held on 21st October 2025, and use of technology, digitalization, and AI, which was held on 18th December 2025. Ms. Chamila Kure, CA Sri Lanka, on the topic of freelancing and BPO services, which was held on 28th October 2025. Ms. Sareen Mohamud, ICA Bangladesh, on the topic of bookkeeping, accounting, and CFO advisory services, which was held on 28th October 2025. CMA Sridevi Naishatham, ICMA India, on the topic of technology-specific software knowledge for accounting services, which was held on 4th November 2025. Ms. Iranti Pereira, CMA Sri Lanka, on the topic of learn how to prepare smart business plans and financial models, which was held on 11th November 2025. Ms. Fauzia Safdar, ICA Pakistan, on the topic of business process mapping and preparation of system flowcharts and manuals, which was held on 18 November 2025. Ms. CMA Priya Srikanth Iyer, ICMA India, on the topic of corporate compliances and certifications, which was held on 25th November 2025. Ms. Tazeen Fatima, ICA Pakistan, on the topic of taxation, which was held on 2nd December 2025. Ms. Prashani Ilangasekara, CMA Sri Lanka, on the topic of sustainability, which was held on 10th December 2025. Dr. Priyanka Saxena, ICMA India, on the topic of exploring how emotional well-being, work-life balance, and healthy habits drive personal and professional success, which was held on 10th December 2025. Let's give a big virtual round of applause to all our trainers for their incredible contribution. It's now time for the highlight of the evening, the keynote address. We are truly honored to have with us a trailblazer, a leader who has broken barriers and inspired many. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Ms. Anoji De Silva, Vice President of CA Sri Lanka, and notably the first female Vice President in the history of CA Sri Lanka. Her remarkable journey and insights promise to enlighten us all in this evening. With great respect and anticipation, let's give her a warm virtual round of applause as she takes the platform. Ms. De Silva, over to you.
Thank you, Hasra. And Mr. Umyan Kabir, Vice President of SAFA, Mr. Tishan Subasinghe, President CA Sri Lanka, and also Ms. Shamila Kure, SAFA Women Leadership Committee Chair, and Ms. Vandana, who's the Vice Chair. And to all of you, very good evening to all of you. What I would like to share today, I think the reason why probably I was called to speak at this event, especially, is because I've been involved with women entrepreneurs as in a previous role I held as the chairperson of the Women's Chamber of Sri Lanka. So that actually gave me the privilege of dealing with a lot of women entrepreneurs. And coming from the finance practice, I think one thing that I always kept comparing is the difference between us and these women entrepreneurs. So that's something that I would like to share with some of you, because I think the world needs more entrepreneurs. That's one area where we can seriously contribute to the upliftment of our country and also to the increase in the GDP of our country. So I'm hoping that some of you who were on this program will also end up as entrepreneurs. So with that in mind, I would like to share some of the things that I found useful, and as especially coming from finance, a few things that we can really need to focus if we want to be entrepreneurs. So if you look at us, so I put ourselves into the bracket of what I call the service providers. So we are people with very high skill sets. We have in my opinion, all the right skill sets to be entrepreneurs. We have very good communication skills. And then we are also interested in building long-term relationships. We are very curious, interested in learning. We become good mentors, business advisors, and we also have good business networks. So in my mind, we have all the right, what I would call the ingredients to be entrepreneurs. So what we need to do is actually we need to shift it to the attitudes of an entrepreneur, which actually starts with a business idea and the purpose of the business idea. Because if you see from the entrepreneurs I've dealt with, the most successful entrepreneurs are not the ones that have started the business to make money. If you ask good entrepreneurs, that's the worst idea. If you're starting a business to make money, what they say is you may not go very far, but your business idea needs to be to solve a problem or to fulfill a need, not necessarily making money. Because if you ask all the top 10 entrepreneurs, they will always say the money will follow. But what will make you success is that business idea to solve a problem, because that is creating the need for your business to be a long-term sustainable business. And second one is the attitude. Now, this is what really inspires me about entrepreneurs. They never take no for an answer. If you ask all of them, they say they've had so many people saying no to them, and their success is when somebody says no, what they do is they go back, they reflect why was the reason that they had said no, and they will go back with another solution till you actually come up with at least to say, okay, I'm going to consider you, or come up to join you and give you opportunity, they will persist. So that's something I think if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to learn not to take no for an answer, and know what I realized is they consider no an opportunity to reevaluate what they have said, not a negative, but opportunity to re-evaluate and come up with a better proposal. Then also for them, nothing is a failure. Every time I think some of the entrepreneurs I've known, their businesses have gone bankrupt more than once. But what they say is nothing is a failure. Every time they fail, they consider it an opportunity to learn from setback, and they come back stronger and with a better idea. So one of the things that they say is, if you're failing, fail fast, but also come back with a better idea, and always curious and adapting to change. And also they trust their gut instinct, not just the numbers and charts. I think one area where we have to improve, because we are sometimes very, very caught up in numbers. They use the numbers, but they also pay attention to their instinct, and they sometimes trust their instincts even above numbers. Then the right skills. If you come across with two entrepreneurs, you will see that sales is the thing that is most in their minds. Because if you don't sell, your business is not going to be successful. So sales, sales, sales is their first motto. And also, of course, communication and right focus. Then in addition to that, building relationships, which I think we are also very good at. They love nurturing long-term relationships and also networking, which is something I think we need to do. The second one, networking, because sometimes I find, especially the finance community, we love to network with fellow finance people. But if you want to be entrepreneurs, you have to expand, you have to network with a lot of non-finance people. That's where you really get the additional skills that you need to be a good entrepreneur. Then, of course, acquiring business acumen, joining chambers, finding supportive business networks, and also learning the required skill, and of course, to keep learning, which is something, of course, we are very good at. So I just wanted to compare to us what we are, because we're very strong as service providers. So the shift to entrepreneur, we do have the right skills, but you just need to focus on being an entrepreneur and what is important to an entrepreneur. Then let's quickly look at, as women, because we are the Women Leadership Committee, some of the barriers. I think Tishan questioned, why aren't more women entrepreneurs? So let's look at some of the barriers. To me, those barriers are also our greatest opportunities. Next slide, please. Okay, let's go to, yeah. So this one here, I'll talk to you about few barriers, and also I'm sharing a survey which I found very interesting. It's a bit of an old survey done in 2014. But why I keep sharing it? Because it has perspective from both males and females. And sometimes you find, even though we think it's a problem to us, that it's a problem also faced by males, because when you're an entrepreneur, whether you're male or female, sometimes the problems are the same. But when it comes to females, I think one barrier, especially in our region, what we face is the cultural barriers, where the role of female is considered to be more a homemaker, with the male considered to be income earner, and less acceptance socially for dual income families, and also the portrayal of media in the role of women, where you're always the heroine who is always helped by a man, and not really the strong woman. So fortunately, I think over the years, especially with COVID, I think there's a huge shift which is also the opportunity, where now females are considered also as strong as men, because I think during COVID, you saw a lot of females also sticking to the businesses, making sure the businesses don't fall. But this is also still in our region, it's not gone completely. But to me, it's an opportunity. So when you have cultural barriers, I think especially our sector, because recently one of the reports I read done by World Bank, they said some of the most high impact entrepreneurs are the highly educated women entrepreneurs. So that's one opportunity we have, to make sure that the cultural barriers, we help with the cultural barriers, and also we share our stories. Next slide. Because if you see, females lack role models. Females lack role models, and also uh, you don't really hear about too many women entrepreneurs, which is also something that most of the chambers try to actively do. But in our role also, please share your stories. Please be generous about telling other people your success, how you came up, because that helps a lot of other women. Because unlike men, I think women tend to believe, and they get inspired more by stories by other women. So please share your stories. And I think in the SAFA region, we have a huge opportunity to share our stories across regions, and also promote entrepreneurship as a choice among school children. I think most of us have a lot of graduates who work with us. Promote entrepreneurship, because that's how we can help with the lack of role models, and also to improve the entrepreneurship. Because if you see this survey, I found this very interesting. The general acceptance towards women entrepreneurs has improved over time. And if you see, the males agreed more than the females here. So, which shows the males are more accepting of women as entrepreneurs, which is a huge shift in our region. So, this is a survey done in Sri Lanka, which I'm sure is very similar to most your countries. So, that to me is a huge shift, where the males agree that the general acceptance towards women entrepreneurs, and that also creates a huge potential for us as women. Then the other thing that we have is the lack of support system, which is still a big problem in our region. The dependence on family with regard to childcare and elderly care, and the lack of safe and secure services in economy for childcare and elderly care, which is a serious problem in our area, which is also why a lot of women didn't get into entrepreneurship. But the opportunity here is with COVID, with the IT and the digital economy becoming very, very strong. To me, this is no longer a barrier. This is no longer a barrier, because a lot of women, I think they use digital platforms. They do a lot of, even selling is done online. So that's a huge opportunity that was given to us, especially with the increase in digital activity through COVID. Uh, but still, I think this is one issue that we have. So the how we overcome it is, we need to actively engage in and promote digital economy. So the another issue that was brought out is with women is low business capacity of women entrepreneurs, the lack of business acumen, lack of business development services, and less tenacity. Now here, with the lack of business acumen, one thing that we've noticed is ownership of businesses by women. Now, the chamber that I worked, we had this entrepreneurship award, and then initially we started by saying you need to own 51% of the business. And to our surprise, we realized very few women own 51%. So as a result, we had to actually reduce it slightly. But one thing good that happened was we actually had conversations with women, because what we realized is they are the ones who are running the business. They do everything for the business. They are the true entrepreneur, but the ownership is held either with their husbands or with somebody else. So we actively worked. So that to me is lack of business acumen, because if you're the entrepreneur, you also need to make sure you do have your proper shares, because that's what gives you the ownership rights, and that's what also helps you to drive the growth of the business through getting the right finance and even going for capital market, getting yourself listed in the future. So this is one area I think we need to focus on, getting your business ownership, your percentage of share ownership, and also your assets. Like if you're having a land, make sure the lease is in your name or in your business name, not somebody else's, because those are the issues that some women face a lot, which we've seen through experience, and the reason why their businesses don't really succeed. Yes, so another thing is women entrepreneurs, we always say limited access to finance. So this is, if you look at the data here, uh, it's not something specific to women. Because if you see, 58% of the men complained they don't receive proper support from financial services against 57% of women. So that's not something unique to women, which you need to understand. But that is also something where we as finance people, okay, some of you will end up as entrepreneurs, some of you will end up assisting entrepreneurs. To me, this is the area that we can have huge potential to help entrepreneurs. And I think with Tishan's leadership, CA Sri Lanka has developed a very good concept on helping entrepreneurs to access finance. Maybe in future, we will also share it with the SAFA region so that we can collectively work as service providers, not only as entrepreneurs, but as service providers also to help entrepreneurs to access finance. This is, I think, one area where we as service providers have a huge potential to help entrepreneurs and also succeed as entrepreneurs. Then this one is inadequate policy and regulatory framework for women entrepreneurship, which I think is because sometimes it's I think at the Women's Chamber we've actively worked towards this, where women we are, anytime there's a policy in the country, women get tagged into the vulnerable sector, which should not be, because women are not a vulnerable sector. So I think these are things that we need to be aware and talk about when we are forming, when country policies are being formed, and also to ensure that more policies are formed for entrepreneurship, including for women entrepreneurship. Because sometimes a simple policy, like I think most of the time in the South Asian region, highest amount of tenders, the high value tenders are all government owned tenders. Now we've been championing at the chamber to say allocate a percentage of that to women entrepreneurs. Or else you can talk to the companies that you are working in, even the corporates. I think the corporates are more receptive to that, to say, okay, your procurement budget, allocate 1% of the procurement to be done from women-owned entrepreneurs. So that way we help our community, plus also we are able to grow the entrepreneurship of women in our countries. Right. So another thing that actually works against us is the poor data, because I think none of our countries have a proper entrepreneurship database. And as a result, what we find is people always say women are doing less work, whereas I think there are a lot of women entrepreneurs are informal sector. I think your studies I saw actually talk about if you're starting a business, to start a legal business so that you get into the entrepreneurship databases. Otherwise, what happens is you always become an informal sector and none of the databases capture that. And as a result, we are considered as not contributing to our economies, which I don't think is actually right. But also wherever you are possible, please ensure that your countries have proper entrepreneurship databases and also data about the women entrepreneurs. So I think I've given only 10 minutes, so that's about what I can cover in the time that's given to me. So finally want to wish all of you success in what you do, and I do hope that we do produce some amazing entrepreneurs from the SAFA region, from our community. And finally, to leave a thought with you, if you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be. So take a chance and wish all of you good success in your futures. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anuj. It was very inspiring.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Ms. Anoji, for those empowering words and for reminding us of the limitless possibilities when women lead with confidence. Now we've moved to one of the most exciting part of today's ceremony, recognizing the achievement of our participants. Each of you has shown incredible dedication and commitment throughout this program. And today we celebrate your success. We have 4 categories based on the participation. Platinum for those who have participated 76% to 100%, diamond for 51% to 75%, gold for 26% to 50%, silver for 25% or less. Let's begin with our platinum achievers, the highest level of participation. Your dedication and consistency have truly set a benchmark. DK Shanika Nimanti, Tarinda Ruhunge, Hussein Faumi, Rimansha Gilhani, Anjani Utpala Vaiteratna, Madiha Kanwar. Congratulations to each of you. Next, we honor our diamond achievers. You have shown remarkable commitment and enthusiasm, and your efforts have been outstanding. Safia Osmani, Tahmina Akhtar, Madina Mahmood, Subeka Gautam, Yasmin Buksh, Samia Hussain. Congratulations. Moving on, let's start the certificate distribution to our gold achievers. Munanza Anwar, Madhurima Sethi, Asma Akhtar, Ashia Akhtar, Brijal Rana, Habiba Akhtar, Lubna Sajad, Khanza Khan, Javeria Raza, Lubna Mahmood, Saibana Saif, Huma Pasha. Congratulations and well done. Finally, we celebrate our silver achievers. Amila Michael, Sweta Bhuwania, Ritu Dash, Hirni Dizeva, Salina Gul, Saraswati Subramaniam, Shaema Akhtar, Menuka Sharma Baral, Rehana Ali, Sachini Nimasha, Tanuva Ahmad, Shahinur Khanun, Sangeeta Duggal, Sitra Nandi, Shafaz Fatima, Amina Zahra, Divi Gayatri Kaushalya, Bushra Iqbal, Arya Patak, Sabriti Sharma, Alia Zahid, Zinia Akhtar, Farhana Islam, Farhana Sultana, Bhavina Tilwa, Maharuk, Vikita Subhuti, Haika Hamid, Savera Khan, Gunjan Baveja, Maheen Mehtab, Sajana Mainali, Aruna Srinivasam, Samina Gul, Afshan Anwar, Asma Munir, Naima Sultana, Ritu Shakya, Sumaira Majid, Atiya Nas, Srijana Gautam, Cottrell Ain, Pranaji Tiwari, Jebavatani Sundaraval, Huma Hashmi, Ritu Maheshwari, Zainab Azim, Sankalpana Silva, Sumaira Mazhar, G. Vanita Sri, Mohammad Ayesha Siddiq, Bushra Sana, Minhas Shahid, Meeta Rani Sarkar, Fauzia Haq, Anchal Wasim, Sadia Hanif, Nimantika Samaranayaka, Umla Laila, Sagarika Udas. Congratulations to all our participants, Platinum, Diamond, Gold, and Silver. You are the heartbeat of this program. Your success stories will inspire countless others to dream big and achieve more. Let's give one final big virtual round of applause to all our participants. Before we proceed with the certificate distribution, now we would like to take a moment to hear from one of our Platinum achievers. Her journey through this program has been truly inspiring, and we are delighted to have her share her reflections with us. We are pleased to have with us Ms. Shanika Nimanthi, one of our outstanding Platinum participants. Ms. Nimanthi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Hasara. Good evening, everyone. Respected members of the SAFA, Sri Lanka, and SAFA Women Leadership Committee, and facilitators, and my fellow participants. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my experience with this program. First of all, I would like to share what inspired me to join this program. When I received the initial email about this program, I went through the attachment. The content immediately captured my attention. It was well structured, practical, and clearly designed to empower women professionals. And also, usually we receive many opportunities to learn from resource persons within our own country, but this program gave us something rare, the opportunity to learn from women leaders in different countries. Listening to their real life experiences, challenges, and successes was truly inspiring. That's why I attended each and every session. From the first day on vision and mission to the final day on sustainability accounting, each and every session offered valuable insights. I learned many things from this program, such as how we can streamline our work more efficiently using artificial intelligence and various technical tools such as Power BI, as well as I got deep understanding of the importance of effective client communication. Actually, I may not recall every trainer's names because most of the names are not familiar to me, but I clearly remember the knowledge and inspiration shared by them. All of the sessions are really good, and each session added meaningful value to me. As well as I'm also working in BPO sector. Miss Chamila's session strongly aligned with my role and helped me to see the bigger picture of my working industry. And also it showed me how our skills contribute to global service delivery, and most importantly, how women can confidently grow, lead, and create meaningful impact. Another thing I really appreciated in this program was the short assessment conducted at the end of each session. It provided an excellent opportunity for reflection and helped me to identify what I had learned. So this program, not just a series of sessions, it was step-by-step journey guiding us from foundation to future readiness. I think all of you agreed with me. Finally, I would like to say women are resilient, capable, and multitask with incredible efficiency. We can lead, innovate, and make real impact in any field we choose. I hope each of us lives here today confident in our abilities, ready to embrace opportunities, break barriers, and show the world just how powerful women can be. Over to you, Hasara.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience and insights. Your words will surely inspire many others to aim higher and embrace new opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, as we draw this memorable evening to a close, it is time to express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who made this event possible. To deliver the vote of thanks, may I now invite Ms. Vandana Ketan, Vice Chairperson, SAFA Women Leadership Committee, to kindly come forward and share her words of appreciation.
Thank you, Asara. Good evening to all the dignitaries, speakers, resource persons, SAFA WLC members, and participants present here today on the conclusion ceremony of the SAFA Women Entrepreneurship Program 2025, an initiative of SAFA WLC, a vibrant $1 million committee as addressed by Mr. Tola, and distribution of the virtual certificate for the same. As we conclude this evening event, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making the program such a success. First, I want to thank Ms. Camila Kure, Chairperson SAFA WLC, for her welcoming speech and convening such an insightful event, SAFA Women Entrepreneurship Program, which ran over 27 learning hours in a period of 2 months, covering various topics for empowering 85 women members in SAFA region with entrepreneurship, leadership skills, personal and professional growth, first-hand training in finance, technology, taxation, with focus on innovation and sustainability. I would also like to thank our esteemed guest, Mr. Asfaq Yusuf Tola, President SAFA, Mr. Humayun Kabir, Vice President SAFA, Mr. Tishan Subasinghe, President ICA Sri Lanka, for taking out time from the busy schedule and honoring their presence in the event. As Mr. Tola rightly said, that such programs will surely boost the journey of the participants, and the journey of this program shall continue in years to come. We are inspired of the entrepreneurship journey of your respected mother, of Mr. Subasinghe. It is true that entrepreneurs build the nation. Also, a big thank you to Ms. Anoji De Silva, first female Vice President Sri Lanka, for the insightful keynote speech and focus on various areas for good entrepreneurs and various barriers in the society for women. The program would not be possible without our 14 extremely experienced resource persons from Institute and the SAFA region for taking out the time from the busy schedule and imparting their knowledge and real-life experiences through in-depth presentations for hand-holding the participants. I would like to congratulate all the participants for successfully completing this program and gaining the knowledge and confidence in the path to the entrepreneurship journey. We also appreciate the hard work of the organizing committee members, coordinators, facilitators at host country Sri Lanka, especially Ms. Hasara and her team for their tireless efforts. A big kudos to them. And finally, thank you for all attending and making this event a memorable one. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Vandana. Before we wrap up, I would like to request all our panelists to kindly switch on your video cameras so that we can capture a wonderful group photo to mark this special occasion. Thank you. As we conclude this wonderful ceremony, I extend heartfelt thanks to our distinguished guests, trainers, and all the participants for making this program a resounding success. Your passion and dedication are the driving force behind this initiative. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to see you in future programs. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Hasara.